Today is September 7th, and if this episode gets published on time, we'll witness a rare astronomical event visible in the sky with our own eyes, the blood moon. The moon will turn a deep red and remain that way for more than an hour. But alongside this event, we've been hearing lots of claims, like it's a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon, or that the blood moon affects the stars and zodiac signs, or even that it's dangerous to look directly at the moon when it's red. So, what exactly is the blood moon? Why does it happen? And is it really as rare as people say? But before we begin, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our videos. Throughout history, the blood moon has always been a mysterious and frightening sight. Ancient civilizations like the Inca believed the moon was bleeding, attacked by an evil creature devouring it. In Mesopotamia, people thought the blood moon was a sign that their king was in danger. They would even place a substitute king on the throne, while the real king disguised himself among the people until the eclipse ended. Then he would return safely to his palace. Other cultures saw the blood moon as a sign of the gods' anger, a natural disaster, or even a warning of war. But as astronomy advanced, humans began to understand the blood moon is simply a type of lunar eclipse. When you look at the moon on a normal night, what you see is not its own light, it's the reflection of sunlight on its surface. So, if something blocks that sunlight, the moon goes dark. That's exactly what happens during an eclipse. The Earth moves between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow over the moon. But wait, doesn't the moon go behind Earth every month during its orbit? Why don't we see an eclipse every full moon? The answer: the moon's orbit is tilted by about 5 degrees compared to Earth's orbit around the sun. So most of the time, the moon passes slightly above or below Earth's shadow. But at 2 special points called the lunar nodes, the orbits align, and that's when an eclipse can occur. Even then, not all eclipses are the same. If the moon only enters Earth's penumbra partial shadow, it dims slightly. If part of it enters the umbra full shadow, that's a partial eclipse. And if the whole moon passes through the umbra, we get a total eclipse, the famous blood moon. Now, why does the moon look red? When Earth blocks sunlight, most wavelengths scatter away. But red and orange light, because of their longer wavelengths, bend through Earth's atmosphere and reach the moon, so the moon glows with a reddish hue, as if it's bleeding. Tomorrow, September 7th, the total eclipse will last about 5.5 hours. The penumbral phase begins around 6:30 p.m. Cairo time, but it might not be very noticeable. From about 7:30 p.m., the partial eclipse starts, and you'll see the moon being bitten by Earth's shadow. At 8:30 p.m., the total eclipse begins. The moon turns red. It reaches maximum red at 9:12 p.m., staying that way for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. By 10 p.m., the total eclipse ends and the moon gradually returns to normal until around 11:55 p.m. Visibility depends on where you live. Countries like India, Australia, East Asia, Yemen, Bahrain, Kuwait, Iraq, UAE, and Saudi Arabia will see the eclipse from start to finish. Egypt, Syria, Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, Sudan will see it from the partial phase onward. Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Mauritania will mostly see the total eclipse, the blood moon itself. The Americas won't see it at all since it'll be daytime there. Common questions. Is it safe to look at the blood moon? Absolutely. Unlike a solar eclipse, lunar eclipses are completely safe to watch with the naked eye. Do we need telescopes? Not at all, you just need a clear sky. Is it rare? Definitely not. Blood moons happen regularly. For example, March 2025 had one. 2022 had to May and November. They also occurred in 2021, 2019, and so on. And in March 2026, we'll see another one. What makes tomorrow's eclipse special is simply that it will be fully visible across many Arab countries, something that hasn't happened since 2018, about 7 years ago. So that's everything about tomorrow's blood moon. If you made it this far, you're either real MVPs Don T. Forget to like the video and drop your episode suggestions in the comments. See you soon. Peace.